Today I'm going to be sharing why I swapped 8 pairs of conventional shoes for just 2 pairs of barefoot shoes. Hi, welcome back to Red Curl Vegan. Thank you for joining me in today's video where I'm going to be talking about my personal experience so far of owning barefoot shoes. I'm also going to be showing you the new pair that I've just recently bought and just generally discussing my decision to get rid of so many pairs of my old ones. So let's get right into it. Okay, so exactly 5 weeks ago, I bought my first ever pair of barefoot shoes, and they were the Primus Trail II FGs. I made a video back along about my first week of wearing these, and in that video I said that I was hoping to do a 1-month updated review of them after wearing them for a good 30 days so that I could give you my honest opinion of them after a longer length of time. Unfortunately, this got in the way and it has meant that I haven't been able to do that video that I was hoping to share with you. I think in order to give a true, authentic update of a month of wearing them, I really need to get a lot more use out of them than what I've been able to. So I have been wearing them despite my injury, but I haven't been getting out and walking and exercising as much as I would have wanted to under normal circumstances. So I've been recovering from having surgery on the fracture. I've also had to have my hand elevated and I've been having to rest, of course, so I've not been able to get out and get as much use out of them as I was hoping. I will do a month update of them once I've worn them for a lot longer. I'm hoping that once I'm out of my cast and my hand is healed a bit more and I'm a little bit back to normal, I will be able to do that. So I have still been wearing them, like I say, not as often as I would have hoped, but I also haven't been wearing any of my other conventional shoes, so I have just been sticking to these, and to be quite honest, my opinion of them hasn't changed. They are still just as comfortable, they are still just as liberating. I even find myself trying to purposefully walk on stones so that I can get that real barefoot experience. And another thing that I've been doing that I've been really enjoying is wearing them sockless, so it gives you an even more closer to the ground kind of earthing feeling, and I've really been enjoying that. My opinion of them hasn't changed. I have no regrets whatsoever. They're still just as comfortable. They don't rub, even without socks they don't rub, which I couldn't quite believe. So I'm definitely continuing on this minimalist barefoot shoe journey. One of the biggest things that has cropped up recently in the last kind of couple of weeks for me is circulation. Now, when I did my research on these shoes, a lot of what I was reading was people talking about their circulation improving. Now, I really suffer from very bad chilblains on my toes in the winter, and the more research I did and the more I thought about this, the more it made complete sense to me. So I'm still completely in love with the idea of minimalist shoes. I still think that it makes complete sense, and the fact that our toes and our feet have for so long been kind of crammed into conventional restrictive toe boxes that are too narrow for our toes to spread out and move naturally. They're really thick, rigid soles, and they don't allow our feet to work in the way that they should do. So they're not allowing our muscles to be used. They're making our feet lazy. We're not in touch with the ground that's beneath us. You know, balance is super, super important, and that's something that doesn't happen naturally when we wear thick, rigid, chunky soles and conventional shoes. So I think the fact that it will improve circulation is really, really promising for me. That's something that I'm really, really keen to see if it helps. It makes a lot of sense, you know, the toe box is much wider, you're much closer to the ground. The messages that our soles of our feet are supposed to send to our brain are being allowed to happen more in barefoot minimalist shoes. So I think it makes sense. The more your toes are moving, the more the muscles are being exercised, the better the circulation. So yeah, that's a really promising thing for me that I'm really keen to see if that is successful. So I now want to share with you the second pair that I've recently bought, and these have come from the Revivo website. Now, this is something that I mentioned in a previous video where I discussed specifically why I chose Vivo Barefoot as a brand, and I shared that they kind of have a sister company, a website that runs alongside the main brand website, which is called Revivo. So what they do is they sell refurbished shoes of theirs at a discounted price. Now, this pair of sandals that I've bought here, they are leather, and whilst I am a vegan, this is something that I did discuss in my video that I know not everybody may agree with. I'm sure there will be some people who feel the same as me. I was very open about that, but the fact that these are second-hand and used means that I'm not contributing to the demand for new animal products to be made, if that makes sense, so used as materials. And so therefore even as a vegan, I feel happy buying leather on the basis that they are secondhand and used. So these are the Atani model, and they do exactly what it says on the tin. They do what you would expect from a barefoot sandal. They're extremely thin and flexible and minimalist. I can't quite do the entire roll test that I like to do because of my hand, but yeah, I'm really happy with them. I like this mechanism that they have going on here, where you can just kind of pull the Velcro round and it tightens the whole strap, if that makes sense. So I find that really convenient. I just love them. The colour obviously will go with everything. They're super minimalist. I haven't yet worn them outside, and the reason for this is just because I'm looking at another pair on the Revivo website that are quite similar to these, and I haven't quite made my mind up yet. So I have tried them on around the house. They are super comfortable. They feel super liberating, which is exactly what I would expect from them, but I don't yet have a review of them for you outside, so to speak. You can't return these after wearing them outside like you can on their new website, so that's why I chose to go for a new pair for my first ever pair, because they do a 100-day guarantee return for a full refund wherever you've worn them if you're not happy with them. So like I said, I'm looking at another pair on their Revivo website. Because it is a refurbished website, the models that they have on there tend to come and go, kind of old lines that they don't sell anymore, or refurbished or second-hand shoes that they receive that then they refresh themselves and then put up for sale. So it is a bit one of those kind of sites where you have to check up on it regularly to see what different models are coming on there, and obviously because they are second-hand, they don't always have the size that you want. So that's my reason for not having worn them outside yet, but once I've decided on the other pair, I might even just buy them and then compare them at home together and then send one of them back, which you can do, is another great thing about the website. Although you can't wear them outside, even though they're refurbished, they will still allow you to return them for a full refund if you're not happy with them. So I will do an updated video later down the line once I've decided which pair I want to keep. And then I wanted to share with you, I guess, the reasons why I've decided to get rid of so many pairs of shoes at once, and also be very real with you about the amount of shoes that I still own. So I'll pop a clip up of the shoes that I still do currently own, and I have the ones that I'm getting rid of down here, but I'm not going to pick them all up because of my hands. So I've got 2 pairs of pumps, I've got 2 pairs of trainers, and 4 pairs of sandals. Now, realistically, I wanted to really emphasize on this in this video, and that is that this is not an overnight thing. So this is a work in progress. I am not in a financial position to get rid or sell or even, you know, donate all of the shoes that I own at the moment. And that's simply because financially, I don't have the means yet to replace all of them with barefoot shoes. Minimalist shoes tend to be quite expensive. I am on a journey of being more minimalist, but I think everybody's definition of what minimalism means is very different to each unique individual. So that is the path that I am on. That is the intention, is to end up with just minimalist or barefoot shoes. Maybe keep 1 or 2 conventional pairs just for particular occasions where you can't find a barefoot replacement. But to be perfectly honest, I did want to show you the amount of shoes that I still own, and whilst I am on a minimalist journey and I'm very happy with getting rid of 8 pairs of shoes for just 2 pairs, I think that's quite a massive start. I am still at the very early stages of the journey. So my sandals are those kind of Birkenstock replica ones that are pretty much all from Primark. They're obviously terrible quality, they're not ethically made, and I'm realizing that they were just not good for my feet. They were not allowing me to have proper balance. The soles are too thick and my foot is too high off of the ground. They're not holding my foot in place naturally, if that makes sense. And then the trainers are also from Primark, so you know, they're pretty rubbish, and that is definitely a sort of brand and fast fashion kind of style that I'm trying to move away from. I recently did a video on my sustainable clothing journey, so I am trying to move away from fast fashion brands and moving towards more healthier, sustainable brands. And then another 2 pairs of just random pumps from Primark that are not good quality. Obviously they've got narrow toe boxes, very thick rigid soles that are just not made for feet basically. So I feel that 8 pairs of shoes this early on in the journey for 2 pairs of minimalist shoes is quite a big step already. But yeah, in terms of budget constraints and in terms of availability as well, I'll be completely honest, I'm not ready to get rid of all the shoes that I own yet. There are styles or shoes, there that are very, almost brand new, that are very new to me, even though they're possibly 1 or 2 years old. I haven't got much use out of them yet, and I haven't found a replacement that I'm happy with yet in terms of style. So I will be, as I go along, updating you on what I get rid of and what new ones I purchase and my opinion of them, and just general reviews of how comfortable or not comfortable they are. So yeah, I wanted to just share with you how far I've come so far. I'm really excited about this journey. I'm excited to see whether my circulation improves, and I do feel liberated getting rid of, I'm not going to chuck them away, obviously they're going to be going to charity. I do feel really liberated getting rid of 8 pairs, knowing that these 2 are going to be much better for my health and my body in general. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Facebook page, Red Curl Vegan, if you want to go and check that one out. I will continue to do my best to upload content. As I have said in recent videos, I am struggling a little bit to find things that I can film about one-handed. I had a lot of video ideas ready before this happened that unfortunately I'm not able to do at the moment, but they will be coming later down the line once I'm fully healed. So thank you for your patience. I'm always very grateful for your support. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.